the students left the classroom?
6,
They've made a mistake, haven't they?
7,
She hasn't had a good day today.
36.16. Short forms. Look at each pair of sentences. Which sentence do you hear? 1. I visited San Diego. 2. I'd like tea. 3. She's listened to the music. 4. They've come here often. 5. He made progress. 6. We'll leave tomorrow. 7. I have a coffee. 8. I bought a new coat. 36.18. Build it up. Listen and check your answers. 1.
Has he ever worked for an international company?
Yes, I do.
2.
Has he ever had experience in the electronics industry?
3.
Have you ever been to the United States?
4.
Has she ever lived abroad?
5.
Have you ever learned another language?
6.
Have you ever read a newspaper in English?
Yes, I do.
7.
Has she ever seen a ghost?
8.
Have they ever told you about their trip to London?
9.
Have you ever visited London?
Yes, I do.
36.20. Which word? Listen and check your answers. 1. Have you ever been to Vietnam? 2. Yes, I have. I went there in 1990. 3. I haven't seen Gary today. Has he gone on vacation? 4. Sorry I'm late. I went to get a newspaper and missed the bus. 5. Jerry looks tan. Has he been on vacation somewhere hot? 6. I've never been to the USA, but I went to South America last year. 7. Ms. Brown won't be back until lunchtime. She's gone to meet a client. 36.21. What's wrong? Listen and check your answers. 1.
I've never been to Europe.
2.
You've studied Spanish, haven't you?
3.
They have never lived in Britain.
4.
She worked in France in 1989.
5.
I've been to the dentist today.
6.
Did you do your homework last night?
7.
I drank too much wine yesterday evening.
8.
When did you go on vacation? Unit 37. Change the channel. 37.5. The Hours of Our Days. A soap opera. Listen as you read the text. Lucinda decided to leave Colin and marry Carl. Colin promised to take serious action. He needed time to think. He wanted Lucinda for himself. Carl could not have her. Colin thought about hurting Carl. Carl was going skiing. Perhaps there could be an accident. No. He needed to keep Lucinda at home. She would not go on the ski trip, and Carl would not go without her. Colin thought about his problem throughout the night. He made a decision before the sun came up. Sleeping pills. Lucinda agreed to have one last breakfast with him. She always drank tea for breakfast. It was simple. Colin planned to put the sleeping pills in her tea. It was 6 a.m. Colin began preparing breakfast. He liked cooking and soon had bacon and eggs ready on the stove. Then he made the tea and held the sleeping pills in his hand. He hated meant to hurt Lucinda. He loved her, but she couldn't marry Carl. No! Lucinda came to breakfast at 6:45. She was wearing her ski clothes, and she looked wonderful. Carl is picking me up at 7:15, she said. I'll have to eat fast. Colin smiled and invited her to sit down. Let me get your tea, he said. Colin walked over to the stove and poured Lucinda's tea. Then he put the sleeping pills in her cup. He felt calm. The bacon and eggs were delicious. Lucinda didn't speak to Colin, but he didn't care. She drank her tea quickly. Colin waited. It was almost 7 o'clock. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. It was Carl. He was early. Lucinda got up to answer the door. She felt strange. She needed to sit down. Then she fell. She hit her head on the small table next to the door. When Carl came in, Lucinda was unconscious and bleeding. Carl wanted to kill Colin. He ran to his car. He had a gun in his Jeep and he planned to use it. Colin waited in the kitchen. He also had a plan. .13. Good at grammar. Listen and check your answers. 1.
Max practices speaking English once a week.
2.
They are talking about selling their business.
3.
You promised to call her.
4.
The baby finally quit crying at midnight.
5.
Janice hates eating lunch alone.
6.
Would you like to use my computer?
7.
Liam can't afford to buy a new bike.
8.
Maria seems to be happier now.
9.
We finished working 3 hours later than usual.
10.
Jerry needs to mail his cable TV bill.
37.14. Build it up. Listen and check your answers. 1.
Does Elvira enjoy playing chess?
2.
They decided to get a doll.
3.
When did it begin to snow?
4.
The team discussed moving.
5.
Sally can't quit eating chocolate.
6.
Kay promised to tell the truth.
7.
You seem to be sad.
8.
Can he afford to buy that car?
Listen and check your answers. 1. You seem to be sad, Sarah. 2.
I am. David promised to marry me. Now he wants to leave me.
3. Why? David loves spending time with you. 4.
No, he loves dancing with his old girlfriend, Vicky.
5. Vicky? He agreed to stop seeing Vicky. 6.
Well, last week he decided to start seeing her again.
7. What are you planning to do? 8.
I would like to find a new boyfriend.
.16. What's wrong? Listen and check your answers. 1.
Mitch enjoys playing the violin.
2.
Nelson quit smoking last month.
3,
We are talking about getting a kitty.
4,
She is considering going home.
5,
Would you like to buy a sofa?
6,
When did they finish eating?
7,
I'd like to work with my brother.
8,
They are thinking about moving.